Fort Johnson family, and welcome back to the Fort Johnson podcast. I'm your host, and today we're diving into a topic that's all about strengthening our community from the inside out. This episode takes us to the heart of the Prevention Center at Army Community Service, or ACS. We'll be exploring the incredible programs and resources they offer, from wellness workshops to support services, all designed to help our military families thrive. Whether it's building resilience, fostering connection, or providing practical tools for everyday life, the Prevention Center is making a real impact. Stay tuned as we sit down with the team and uncover how they're empowering wellness every single day. So let's get started. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever you are watching our program, I am Jeff England from the Fort Johnson Public Affairs Office, and we are in the Fort Johnson podcast studios. Today with me, I have two very special guests from ACS. We have Bobby Parks. He's the director of ACS. How you doing, Bobby?
Hey, I'm doing good.
Oh, all right. And we have Luana Hannon, who got a promotion within the last year. So she is now the IPAG program manager. What is IPAG?
It is the Integrated Prevention Advisory Group. Integrated.
Yes, sir. Prevention Advisory Group.
Yes.
Oh, well, that's awesome. Is IPAG part of the Prevention Center?
Yes, we moved in a couple of weeks ago, so we're there. We're collaborating with the other prevention stakeholders, and so we're looking forward to what we're going to be able to do together in one space.
How long has the Prevention Center been around?
The Prevention Center, actually, it's a new concept. The Garrison Commanders had us working on it for a little over probably 2 months now. The grand opening is going to be on 9 June, so we're not officially open yet. We're still in the population mode.
So the Prevention Center, and it's going to be located within the building 920 over there on Belle Richard. Yeah.
Yep.
See, I know all the addresses and streets, but not really.
1591 Belle Richard Avenue.
And it's going to be now. Are there specific hours for this, or is it just it's going to be open as long as the building's open and you guys are there?
It'll be open standard hours Monday through Friday, 08 in the morning until 16:30 in the afternoon.
Nice. And so the Prevention Center, whose idea, or is this like an Army-wide? Was it somebody here? Was it you, Luana? No? Are you sure? Is this like an Army-wide program, or is this something special for Fort Johnson?
No, this concept was done at other installations and was passed along, and the commander looked at it as one of the initiatives here on the installation, and we just took it and started running with it.
Nice. So what exactly is the foundation, the background? What are you trying to accomplish with the Prevention Center?
The whole idea is to bring all things prevention in underneath one roof. One is it minimizes the amount of transportation around the installation that a soldier has to do in order to get the services that they need. It's frustrating to have to go to one building to go to another building and so forth. And if they go to one place and then they need a referral or a warm handoff to do another service, they have to travel somewhere else. It's frustrating for the soldier to go and find these facilities somewhere else when they're already trying to solve complex issues and problems and stuff like that within their life or within their family's life. Here, they walk into the Prevention Center. Everything that they need in order to help them is right there. And if it's not there, it's within a phone call, and we can get them to the right services within a moment's notice and get them on the right track and get them the help that they need, or get them the service that they need in order to help them solve the problems, whether it's financial, whether it's counseling, whatever it might be. This place is going to help soldiers become more resilient.
So you'll be able to have all of the prevention programs like FAP and financial readiness and all the training that you do to make sure you don't have a problem. So this is all before you have a problem to make sure that you don't get one.
That's right. And if you're like, let's just say, You need some kind of training as a leader, to help prepare you to teach your soldiers. The Prevention Center has that capability, and that training that leader would get there would help and goes out and helps strengthen the soldiers. Suicide training helps strengthen the soldiers, builds resiliency. Financial training helps build resiliency within the ranks and stuff like that. That resiliency enhances the readiness of the force. That's what it's all about.
Now, what about the single soldiers that have like relationships and stuff like that, and before they, maybe they have a temper or frustration, anxiety, whatever, whatever may be the problem. They have programs there not as punishment, but as help and prevention center, that makes sense, to help cope with these and cope with stressful relationships and stuff like that. You have those programs too.
We have all the programs there that the soldier needs. If they need to talk with somebody, we have MPLEX that are right there in the building. We can get them there to talk with somebody. If they need an educational service, we have instructors, we have educational professionals, we have the subject matter experts that's in there. And what's great about this concept, with all those subject matter experts under one roof, Ms. Hannon's team is there capturing all these things that are going on to help build better and more resilient programs to feed back into the workforce in order to make our soldiers and our leaders even better.
Now, you said there are other programs around the Army similar to this. What kind of successes have you seen, or success stories have you heard about this style of prevention center?
So other installations have set up prevention centers out there. Fort Bragg, okay, we'll just talk about centers of excellence in general. Just set up a EFMP center of excellence. They've taken all things EFMP and have placed them into one facility where soldiers now can go for one-stop shop kind of programs. And they're highly successful because they minimize the amount of frustration that the soldier has to go through in order to get their problem solved.
Oh, that's like if they have that checklist that they have to go down. It's like door after door after door.
Like we took out, you had to go around the installation, you had the installation map year in process, and you had to go to finance, you had to go to CIF, you had to go to this, and then all of a sudden they came into the one-stop shop in and out processing center, right?
Yeah.
It's the same kind of concept. Now we're talking prevention. And then on the other side, we're looking at readiness. So readiness issues will start to collaborate. What does readiness look like when you have set up a readiness center, and then soldiers will now go to pods or locations with installation. One or two of these kind of centers of excellence will help them, solve those problems and get the services they need, and they won't have to travel all over the place.
I could totally see a collaboration between the programs, the prevention programs too. Like, well, we're saying this over in this program, and well, that's similar to what we're saying. We can integrate and mix two of them together and knock two birds out with one stone.
Yes, and so that is what the IPAC does. We work with the stakeholders, the prevention stakeholders. So being there in that space where we can leave from our office, go around the corner, and talk to someone from ASAP or from financial readiness and say, hey, this is the high risk issue in this unit. What are you doing to address this versus sending emails or trying to schedule a meeting? We're all in one centrally located place, so we can collaborate. We can come into each other's offices and kind of troubleshoot something that we're working on. But the main thing for the IPAC is to be able to take the prevention system, which is the programs, the policies, and the prevention center itself is the system, and then align that with the prevention process, which is to help the units develop prevention plans for their soldiers.
Man, you're so smart over there, man. That's why you get paid the big bucks. I'm over here trying to talk to people, and they're making things happen and making things not happen too. Hey, because an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of regret, or what? Something like that. So, what out of your program so far? How long? Or you said you're going to have a grand opening?
The grand opening is set for June 9th at 100 hours at Building 920. We're going to have our installation commander, Brigadier General Curl, come down there. He's going to help us do a ribbon cutting. Our garrison commander, whose concept this was, to come down there and help us. And then we're inviting all the MSC commanders, all first sergeants, all commanders, all leaders, come down, help us, and then look, see what we have, and then feed us more, give us more information, as we open up this. It's only the first step. We want to take their feedback and then start running with it, start building off of it, so we can build the most resilient workforce and fighting force that we can here at Fort Johnson, by taking away some of those things that hamper our soldiers and their families.
Now, are you going to be holding large-scale classes? Well, let me back up a little bit. The Prevention Center, that's not necessarily a physical building or room. It's a group of offices that are now going to be located in the ACS.
Well, the ACS already has a ballroom and has a number of classrooms that are in there. So classes will be taught in there. Like the Prime for Life class is taught within the facility. The financial readiness classes are taught within the facility. Other classes that are ACS focused will be taught in there. And Army Family Team Building is taught in the facility, and other things that are related that are taught in the facility also. But the primary focus is the individual services that the soldiers need in order to help them cope or solve the issues that are at hand, that will build that resiliency within them as a soldier, or the leaders' tools that they need, is what the primary goal of the whole center is going to be.
Oh, nice. And so when you open this, are you going to have a soft opening before the grand opening? So get the people in there. It's like, all right, this is how it's going to work. Here's a stressful day.
Well, the soft opening basically is now. As things are going on, people are moving in. People are starting to trickle in from the different agencies and stuff. Risk reduction, ASAP has moved in there. Suicide prevention has moved in the building. IPAG has moved in. They're getting their facility. The offices are all squared away and stuff like that. So as we're integrating the people in the facility, we're starting to see how the things work, what we need to fix, and as closer we get to June 9th and we really start to kick off things, we'll hopefully have those things ironed out.
Sounds like the ACS is going to be a busy building and very crowded over there. But you still have the internet room up front and the couches to sit at while you're waiting.
Yeah, we just added 15 new computers to our computer lab for the soldiers.
Oh, nice.
So we're enhancing the computer lab for the soldiers, so they have more of a capability to come and do that work that they might not have computers for in their unit areas and stuff like that. We're seeing a large population of 310 rotating through now to do some of that core training on there, which is great. We took we had this wonderful high-speed lounge massage chair that you just sit in and kind of get that little vibration going and take away that stress for a minute. We put that in the computer lab in a little corner and stuff like that, so soldiers can step away, take a break, go over, get a little massage, a little vibration going on and stuff like that, take away that stress, and then get back into doing business.
Is it still in there, or did they wear it out?
No, it's in there. We just put it in there right now, so it's great. So we're trying to transition on, things in there that will help make it a welcome atmosphere. APs was over there the other day looking at it, putting a APs kiosk in there. So fresh fruit, fresh sandwiches, drinks, beverages. And stuff
like one of those grab and go kind of things.
That's right, grab and go, pay it, and you're out the door. Get rid of the vending machine and start using some healthy alternatives in there and stuff like that. So we think it's a great concept, and we're excited about it.
Now, don't get too healthy. I mean, the unhealthy snacks are great also sometimes in moderation.
In moderation,
yeah. Because you don't get between a man and his jalapeno Cheetos.
Unless got to have a ho-ho or a ding-dong every once in a while.
And a Mountain Dew. You got to have that Mountain Dew, too.
That's right. Bag of sunflower seeds is always good.
I don't know about sunflower seeds indoors. And on a baseball field, yeah, that's fine. So are you seeing an uptick in other than just because the returning soldiers, are you seeing an uptick in soldiers or visitors and usage in general?
we are starting to see a small uptick as we're starting to get the word out, especially in the computer lab, as I said a few minutes ago. So much so that we're adding a second a reception person up front and building a little bit of redundancy into that. So, and Miss Barbara Foster, she's our I&R person up front, and she is superb.
Yeah, she's busy.
She's busy. She treats them soldiers and family members coming in there wonderfully, and can't say enough about her. But we're going to get another person up there to help her out, and that way we can do warm handoffs back and forth and make sure everybody gets timely service and not have to be standing around a lot.
Yeah, I can't say enough about Barbara. She's every time I walk through that door, she always greets me with a wave and a smile, and it's like, yeah, and she goes, all right, you know where everything is, just go ahead. Because I'm usually in and out, and I have specific people I have to go see, like most people. I guess that's not so special. Maybe she just doesn't want to talk to me. I don't know. So anything, or the programs, what's the newest program you got over there?
I don't know if that we have new programs.
Or new classes, or what's the newest thing you've got, the newest, most exciting thing that you got?
Oh, shit. Well, the newest, most exciting thing, we are streamlining our organization by modernizing, get rid of sign-in rosters, getting rid of these redundant things where soldiers can come in and we are sign in by QR code, sign in using their cell phone, using technology.
Ooh, updates.
That's right. Making things digitally available and stuff like that. Enhancing the workspace by putting room signs up and directional signs so people can find things more easily and more accessible and don't feel like they're walking around in a circle or getting lost.
Yeah, it is kind of a maze over there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's one big circle, but people feel lost if they can't find what they can. This way, they can look. Have room numbers now.
Yeah, our building here is like maybe 1/2 or 1/4 the size of yours, and people get lost in our building. It's like, how do I get out of here? It's like you go through one of the doors. You can see a door from here.
And the good thing about that is when the soldiers are there in the computer lab, they may just come just to use a computer, but if they see the signs and they see the banners, they may get curious and start walking around and find out that there's something there that they didn't know that they need, but they do need.
That's nice. And, I some of these classes that you guys have over there, like the financial readiness and is there within the financial readiness, I know you can learn how to make a budget. So you're not living from paycheck to paycheck, right, or you're not getting yourself into debt or buying the wrong car. Like my stepson all he wants to do is buy a new car. And it's like, okay, you go get a job first. That's helpful. But are there like investment classes and things like that?
There are. Financial readiness. Listen, they teach them basic concepts on how to manage money. Okay, they're prohibited from giving advice on what outside agencies are better or worse. They can't tell you to go to one or the other. All right, we love our partnerships with our outside agencies. They do a great job of supporting the installation. They're phenomenal in helping out soldiers, but everybody's got a different need. So what I tell the financial readiness is, listen, teach them the core concept of saving money, managing money, budgeting money, and stuff like that. Then it's up to the individual to go out and select what best fits them in their family needs and what they want in order to drive their future and stuff like that. You can teach them all about what's the best amount of payment for a car, but they're going to go out there and what car they're going to select.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Right? Between a 1957 Chevy and
and a 2024 Hellcat.
Yeah, they're going to walk away with the Hellcat.
Heck yeah!
Even though it's a $1,400 a month payment.
Yeah,
and and they're on a meal card. But
and then you got the smart people like you and me who would go for the 57 Chevy.
Absolutely. Reliable. Reliable.
And it's already lost all its value, so now it's gaining it back.
But the financial readiness is the great tool at just giving the basics, giving the skills, understanding how to help and stuff like that. And then when you do get into trouble, listen, it's okay. that's not a problem. We have AER. They're there to help and assist you. And don't be embarrassed about it. Come, let us help you get out of trouble. Learn from your mistakes. That's how we make ourselves stronger. We build resiliency. Is we make a mistake, we learn from the mistake, and then we move on. You don't have to be embarrassed about mistakes. Come get the service. We don't treat anybody different. They come in, so everybody's treated equally and stuff like that. So we don't pass judgment on anybody. We look at you and say, "What do you need? Let us help." That's our motto.
That's a great motto to have. It's like embarrassment in or shame or whatever. It's so wrongly aimed, or you don't need to be that.
Yeah. Everybody makes mistakes. We all make mistakes. It's part of life. It's part of growing up.
It's like one of those things that I've heard I've heard it several times, but it's like, if you haven't gotten an Article 15, you haven't really been trying. Everybody makes a mistake. But one of the classes that I've known from the past, and it's like every time my wife would see a pregnant lady, she would always go up. It's like, have you heard about the new parent classes, the new parent support, and all that stuff? You've still got those going on, right?
New parent support is locked in there. Miss Bollinger does a wonderful job, and they're our contractor. They look out there and they just say, how can we assist them? They give them those skills necessary for a new parent to learn how to be a better parent and help cope with the stresses of it. We do infant massage classes in-house once a quarter. We have books, we have programs. Both of our new parent support personnel are certified registered nurses, so they understand what is good, what is bad on the programs and stuff like that. Both are super compassionate ladies that just have a strong desire to ensure that our family members are well taken care of. So, they're there. Use them.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get them to come on over, because I haven't seen them in quite a while. And since then, you've gotten a new one. Or you've got Ann some help over there.
And Missy Dirty, she's a contractor, and she works in there. She's doing a great and wonderful job assisting Miss Ann in making the program.
Yeah, because I think a lot of the new parents and old parents, and they could all use some help, or at least a break. Do you guys still have date night and stuff like that, or is that something that had to be pushed aside?
Well, we live in a very turbulent time right now.
Yeah.
I want to say everything is up in the air and stuff like that. We try to provide as many programs as we possibly can in order to benefit the community within the limits of our ability and stuff like that. We have done date night in the past. We try to at least do one of them a year if we can, based on manpower and the budgets and stuff like that we're given within the tools. But we look at what the critical needs of the soldiers and the families are, and then we try to go after those first, and then the complementary things that are nice to have, sometimes they're pushed to the side. If we can get to them, we try to get to them, but the important things are what we're trying to get after first.
Almost like it's a living, breathing, evolving, everyday kind of job.
Well, ACSs of the past are not what ACSs of the future are going to look like.
Yeah.
You see them of the past; they were a self-sustaining entity. They were born out of giving emergency relief to soldiers and stuff, and now we're coming up on our 60th birthday here this year to celebrate that. And I think the next evolution of ACS is going to be something that's going to be totally different as we look as our military transitions, and you see our fighting force take on a new posture and a new look. You're going to see how we take care of families probably take on a new futuristic and new look on that also.
Yeah, it's just, you guys do so much over there. It's hard to keep up with all the things and it's not just classes, it's also volunteers. You guys had the volunteer opportunity. What am I looking for? The volunteer program where people could come in and volunteer their time to different activities, different organizations. You guys have you guys are in charge of the English as a second language and the naturalization programs where people become Americans. I mean, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, the volunteer program is a key program. That's going to tie good into. So if you want to volunteer, come volunteer at the prevention center, because helping and service in the prevention will greatly assist some of the leaders that are out there and stuff like that. We can always use volunteers in different aspects and stuff, especially in some of the suicide preventions that programs that we do, some of the AFAP prevention programs and stuff that we do, some of the new parent support programs and stuff we do, looking for volunteers and stuff like that. In the prevention center itself, volunteers are always needed, working in the computer lab, in reception, bringing people on, greeting them, taking care of soldiers, taking care of families, So there's always need for volunteers and stuff out there. It's a key program to the military.
And you get that feeling good, kind of that inner warmth that you get from helping out.
But people don't know that every volunteer hour is a cost savings to the federal government and to the Army. Those volunteers save us thousands and thousands of dollars every year in manpower hours that we couldn't get back if we wanted to.
At those at the celebration ceremonies for the volunteers, it's always brought up that we could not do our job without all the volunteers.
No, volunteers, they're the cornerstone of what we do in ACS, and we applaud them each and every day. And you can't give them a big enough award for what they do, and we appreciate everything they do.
Well, free lunch is always nice. And well, it's always welcome in my office.
Free food's always good.
We've got the Prevention Center is now open 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, 8 to 4:30, because I use civilian time. There's an 8 in the morning and an 8 at night. Did you know that?
That's right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I heard you change from regular time to military time earlier. It's the civilian side of you showing through.
It's hard for me to drop old habits.
So, Luana, the biggest part of your job, just what would you say, now that you've been in it for about a year or so, what would you say your favorite part of your new job has been?
My favorite part would be making sure that the soldiers have a place that they can work, live, and thrive. So if our part is making sure that the commanders are taking care of soldiers, making sure commanders know the resources, making sure the commanders are implementing plans that are data-driven plans, that the plans aren't just something that we think are good ideas, but it's something that we know is evidence-based and it's going to work, and it's going to help the soldiers and the families. That's a job done.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys, I'm telling you, man, everyone over at ACS, you guys are doing a great job, and I always appreciate it. And like I said, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of guilt. But in this case, the Prevention Center, is there anything that I might have missed that I forgot to ask? I don't know.
No, we just we want to welcome commanders, leaders at all levels. Come on down, give us a call, ask us to, if you got questions about something, you need us to come into your units. We're ready to come into your units. You need us to help you develop something to attack an issue, a problem, a situation, whatever it might be. Listen, we got the subject matter experts that are ready, willing, and able to get after it and stuff like that. Whether it's financial problems, whether it's family issues, problems, whether it's EFMP, we're attacking that too. We're there. Our goal, as I said, is to help build resiliency within the ranks and help commanders and give them the tools necessary to build that readiness and make Fort Johnson a great place. It's already a great place to live and work. And we just want to make it better every single day that we're here, and ensure that when people leave out here, they're going to say, "Hey, why can't we have this program at this installation like Fort Johnson did?" Yeah,
that's kind of way I feel too. It's like I want people to look at our stuff that we're doing and say, "Hey, we want to be like them." It's like, because that's how you get to where you are. That's how you better yourself. Look at something, figure it out, make it better.
Keep building on it. Keep building on it.
All right, Bobby Parks, Luana Hannon, I appreciate you guys coming in from ACS over there over on Belle Richard, Building 920. And be sure to get everybody out there to the June 9th.
June 9th, 1,800 hours.
We got the grand opening of the Prevention Center over at the ACS building. And I recommend going out there and doing it. If you like what you see here, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit the notification, give us a thumbs up. Please leave a comment below, leave it right there, and let us know what you would like to see on our show, and or leave one of your stories about your time at ACS, or if you went into ACS and they helped you out. Let us know. We'd love to hear stuff like that. But until next time, I'm Jeff England from the Fort Johnson Public Affairs Office, and we'll be seeing and watching at you later.
That was easy.